Hello, everyone. Yeah, it's been so long I forgot which button was pushed to talk. Well, before we get started in the game, we have a few things to talk about. But as mentioned in the description, I am making some changes to streaming, because I mentioned also in my probably last few months I streamed that I was contemplating this not streaming anymore or changing things. So we're going to go over some things, but one of my changes is I don't want to have long, drawn-out explanations or talking about life and stuff for 20-30 minutes, or things I've done in games offline. Looking to cut that time down majorly. Once we verify YouTube's good, like I said, it's been a while. It's been about 3 months. I'm going to go over some life stuff. Like I said, I'm going to make it short. Well, much shorter. And then we'll go over some Solasta 2 stuff. I'm going to go over some life. Alright, YouTube is looking good. Mic is working. Okay, so I'm just going to blitz through this. What I remember. It's basically I stopped streaming because I got the flu right at Christmas. It kind of sucked. That knocked me out for like 9 or 10 days. I'm being a house husband. That made it much harder because whenever I'm out sick, it takes longer to catch things up. And the wife is just really busy. She's taking on some extra things at work the last few years. She's slowly working on her doctorates. So she has college classes, like one class to do. So there's many nights where she comes in and she helps cook dinner or something. And, you know, not that I do, like she does like half the chores too, because my back, I can't do that much. Anyway, just a lot of stuff going on with my health. Then we had that big snowmageddon. Oh my God, that was so horrible. And then that froze over. I was out there with a pickaxe breaking up snow for like 30 minutes a day for like a week. Just trying to slowly get the driveway. Like I cleared up enough for one vehicle, but yeah, it was so cold. And then I was running the fireplace a lot because our heat pump won't keep the house. It was like 6 degrees out at night, and the high was like 28 for the day for like 4 or 5 days. And the heat pump just would not keep the house hot, or even like really over 60 degrees without me either running the oven or the fireplace. So I was spending a lot of time with the fireplace, which wears my back out, which means I'm in pain and I have to rest. And like, yeah, I was running the fireplace like 10 hours a day, but that also means that I couldn't stream. So and I got sick again during Snowmageddon. Not flu, just head cold. And I was playing Path of Exile 2. I tried to play The Outer Worlds 2. I did like a little bit on that next planet, and then I was like, no, I need to save it. A couple hours maybe, and then I just never went back to it. I finally deleted it a couple days ago to install Solasta because I needed room. And I can see why people, like I just never had the desire to go back and play. Kind of same thing with Kingdom Come Deliverance. Anyway, so then I was playing Diablo 2 Resurrected when the Warlock came out. And I just don't think Path of Exile 2, or I played a little bit of Neverwinter Nights 2, but on my other save, not the one I was streaming. Diablo 2 Resurrected. These action RPGs, I don't really feel like streaming them. So I was playing a lot of games that just really weren't good for streaming. And then, like 3 weeks ago, the kid sprained her ankle real bad at Taekwondo. So she was on crutches for a week, which really sucked because it was the week the wife has to her yearly out-of-town work thing for a week. So she was here the first few days when we were bringing her food and stuff. But yeah, it wasn't a good time. And then I've been injured also the last few weeks for something that's private and I won't discuss. But now my back's hurting the last 4 or 5 days. So I'm just saying, is like general, my health hasn't been good, and the wife's been busy and things. So I was just like, and I wasn't playing games that we could really stream. So moving along from that to a couple things I have problems with streaming is my availability. Like right now I'm available. because I sleep at different times during the day based on my pain and other things going on. And I've decided, well, I'm not going to stress about streaming at certain times. I'm just going to stream when I'm available, all right? Because there's really not really people in here live viewing. So why does it matter if it's 3 in the morning, right? So if it's 10 in the morning, 3 in the morning, 6 at night, whatever, I'm just going to stream. That will take a lot of pressure off me. Because like I want to play a game. Oh, speaking of, excuse me. I also started a new Lae'zel Origin run in Baldur's Gate, but then the Warlock thing came out with Diablo 2, so I had stopped it. I was only like halfway through Act 1, but I had went back and played a little bit of Baldur's Gate 3. Now it's been a month, so I probably forgot where I was. Anyway. So I'm going to stream when I'm available. I've already said I'm going to cut down the initial talk, even though this one has been 3 months. And I'm not going to worry too much about playing certain games and not streaming them. You know, if I only stream 4 days out of a month, then that's fine. I'm not going to worry about it. Basically, I'm just going to be a lot more carefree on it. Make it work better for me, since I'm not even really trying to be a streamer. So, all right, so let's give me about 30 seconds here. Let's get a grab a drink. I drank some of my coffee, and we'll get into the Solasta builds. And what I've considered is the top tier build options and metagaming some of the things that are available that I know that are static that you can go. Same thing in Baldur's Gate, like like the Titan String Bow exists and how to go get it, and you can go get it early, or you can go rush Grimforge and get critical immunity. Now, I don't have everything memorized, but I ran through the game one time. If you haven't seen the game, I'm going to be skipping dialogue today, because I've gone through the first part of the game like 5-6 times, testing stuff. The final story area takes a while, and once you're in there and you head back to town, or what was it? I've only done the very end once. Basically, it gets you to the end of EA, and I didn't have a save from before that area dungeon, so I couldn't go back and do more exploring of the map. So I did a second run and made some changes and did a full clear up until the final dungeon. And then I did another run of testing, making some slight changes to the second group. Because the second group I was also testing some different subclass stuff. Like in the first one I did the fighter commander, and the second one I did a fighter ether warden. Like the first one was two-handed fighting, the second one was archery. I have not done a rogue. I did, well, I'll get into that in a second. Let me pull up my list here. What's the best way to go through this? Yeah, I think I'll just go through chronological a little bit. My throat's getting dry. Not used to talking. Okay, so my first group, I did my classic, which I pretty much do in every D&D game, is a fighter mage thief type. As I've gotten in the last 5-10 years, I've got less into dual wielding and more into archery for this build. Because I think it works out better with the lower hit points. So I did a Rogue One, Wizard 3. Now, I had not seen the level 4 feats. I didn't look anything up. I didn't watch any videos. I just went through and played the game. I did a Ruin for my subclass. That was interesting. It does boost up your damage on like Magic Missile. Gives like 1 extra damage. Alright. And I took Human with Skilled, so I had a ton of skills. Which is normally the way I make the fighter mage thief. Able to do archery, use a longbow to save conserve spell slots, use spells for buffs or occasional damage. Right, everything worked out the way it was supposed to. I did a dwarf paladin, and then when I got to its subclasses, I didn't like either one of them. Right? I played this also as a healer of the group because I didn't have a cleric. So I actually had 14 wisdom, 14 strength, 16 con, because it was supposed to be a tank with occasional healing word, right? And I think I had magic initiative cleric. Anyway, I didn't like the abilities for the one I read and then the one I actually used. And then I got to see the level 4 feats, and I'm like, I don't really feel like Paladin for EA is that great. I mean, I haven't tested the rogue ones. I did look them up later, what they were. And this one that you can sneak attack on spells probably isn't too bad. But again, yeah, I don't think, from what I've experienced in EA, rogue is really the way to go. Maybe if you can crit with sneak attack. I don't think you can, but there is a build combo of putting shit to sleep. But when I went in and actually tested sleep, well, I had sleep the first time, I didn't test it. Sleep is very small AoE, and it's a wisdom save, and they get to make the wisdom save at the end of each turn. Now it does give automatic criticals when you walk up to them, but they have to fail to save, right? You're only going to hit like 2-3 guys. Maybe in certain situations you can get 5 or 6, but you need to be able to walk over there and hit them with somebody. And I'm like, I don't know about that. I did the fighter, the commander, like I said, two-handed fighting, and also did that was halfling and elf, sorcerer, Starchild. For some reason, Starchild, I was getting the damage when I wasn't posting. Like I was getting, I don't know, bugs. Like sorcerer, I was getting quicken when I didn't have quicken meta magic. It would just pull up. I still don't know. I'm still getting that. I don't know if it's a bug or if it's something I don't understand about the 5.5. Anyway, so I tried a little bit of everything. Second run, I was like, okay, I'm going to do human sorcerer. I'm going to try mana painter. Actually like that more. Then Starchild, I just did a fighter. Ether Warden, which was archery. And this replaced the wizard rogue build. And gave them good intelligence and dexterity so they could use thieving and magic initiative wizard so they could use some spells. Then I did I wanted to try cleric, so I tried a life cleric and a battle cleric, both dwarfs. That worked out better than the first group. But what I noticed from the first group was most fights you are outnumbered, right? And I know I said I was going to talk less, but this is specific to what this stream is about, is me talking about how to make a great group, right? So for future streams of this, we really wouldn't be talking about it. So you have fights, you're outnumbered, and in some fights you'll start off with like 6 to 10 enemies, and then there'll be more enemies that spawn in later, right? So the idea is you need to kill a certain number of them the first few turns before the other groups get there, and normally they have to get to you. So that's not that common, but there aren't that many fights in the game. So what I realized was, as you get higher up to these higher end enemies, they attack twice per turn. Not all of them, but a lot of them. So if you have a two-handed fighter, like I did in the first one, and I had a dual wielder, rogue wizard, or archery, and my sorcerer didn't have shield either, or armor class, is I was getting my ass kicked from all the damage coming in, right? And then the second time I was like, okay, I know there are 2 plate mills in town that you can buy, but it takes a while to get the money to buy them. How can I make that quicker? How can I make everyone have access to shields? Right? So again, dwarf cleric life, dwarf cleric battle, both have armor and shields. You can take clerics when you make them and make heavy armor. The human fighter, of course, gets armor and shields. And then the sorcerer, I was like, okay, I'm going to take the background, or as human, take the one that lets you get shields. because humans get a bonus feat at level 1. That worked out okay, but one big problem was that I had made that fighter with high dex, 17 dex, 16 intelligence, 14 con, and 10 wisdom, I think. It gives you a warning when you're making a fighter. If you drop below 13 strength, it says you can't equip your armor. Well, I didn't realize it until I actually excuse me, went to the game. You don't even get the armor. So then I tried another test run up to like level 3, where I was like, oh, what if I just give that character 13 strength and drop down intelligence and take away the wisdom, just so I can get the armor to give to the clerics? Because that's something I had done in the second run. Was I took the fighter's armor, since he had 17 dex, and I gave his chainmail to one of the clerics, and then I took the cleric's breastplate? No, chain shirt. I gave the chain shirt to the fighter, since he could get the +2 dex from it. So that boosted both of their armor classes a little bit. Same problem though, when you have, let's say you got 7 enemies and you have 4 characters, well 5 if you have a temporary one, and they're all attacking, and say 5 of them have extra attack, well, they're gonna roll crits. So even having a high armor class, because there's no crit immunity, you're gonna get hit, and you're gonna take a lot of damage. Actually hit my highest one. I was fighting a big baddie today, and he hit me for a crit. It was 58 damage. I was like, yep, I guess I'm going incapacitated. There's no way to get 58 hit points in this game, I think. Yeah, because I had like 25 AC, so yeah, nothing you can do about it. But that is going to the party formation, is you need good armor class. Now, based on what spells are available, Magic Missile is very powerful, Scorching Ray is powerful, Shouter is powerful, Shield's powerful. All these things battle clerics get naturally at level 3. They get Magic Missile, Scorching Ray, Shatter, Shield. I was like, oh, well, the Life Cleric, I don't know if it was bugged or whatever, but the Child Divinity heal, it like hurt one of my guys, and I was like, why would my healing hurt somebody? But overall, it's just like, yeah, I think I would be better off with Battle Cleric twice instead of a Life Cleric. So that was the other testing, the 3rd and 4th testing I was doing. And then the 4th one, because the 3rd one I did 13 strength on the fighter to get the armor. So I was trying to see how hard the first fights were and which fights to do in which order. And then the 4th one I decided, what if I just don't make an archer? What if I just make another battle cleric and do 3 clerics? And instead of going strength base, what if I go wisdom base and make it an actual caster? My original plan was to make it the blesser and guidance and stuff, but when I was going through the stats, I concluded it was this, I couldn't get it to work right, so I was like, yeah, I think I'll just go wisdom max. And that worked out pretty well. And then I was basing off some items you can get off early. Like there's a bug I was testing, is there's some skill items you can get early. So this last run I was testing, you can get some gloves very early. They give you sleight of hand proficiency. But then when I actually went through the rest of the like 70% with the game with this build in the last few days, yeah, they never apply. And then I started testing some other items. I got one with gave animal handling. And I finally did get an animal handling check, and I looked at it in the log, and it didn't apply. And I'm like, oh, you can sell all the items that give skill bonuses because they display it in your character information. But when you actually do the dice rolls, they don't apply. So remember I said about the plate mail? It's very expensive, and you need to get the money for the plate mails. Since there's only 2, there's no point in having more than 2 heavy armor characters, because half plate mail, the next best armor, doesn't have a strength requirement. Alright? So if you have 14 dex, it's only 1 less than the plate mail. That's half the money. But there's only 1 of those. So I'm like, yeah. And we need a charisma character, so we'll leave the 4th character as a sorcerer. Let's see, does that cover everything pretty much? Yeah, there's some other spells and stuff, but we will go through that as we go through the game, so we can get this moving along. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is go through the battle clerics. So you can do this one, that gives you, it's not really that useful, but this one gives us martial weapons and training with heavy armor. So we're gonna go dwarf, and you just click back and forth, you'll get one. There's random ones, but there's only so many of them. Yeah, we could do this guy. Foffy, yeah, that's fine. So these are both gonna be Wonder, because Savage Attacker gives us advantage on our damage. Now, when I ran through the second time with the Battle Knife Cleric, I had a lot of Savage Attacker on everybody. Or like 3/4 of the party. And it is very nice. But I started using Magic Missile and Scorching Ray and stuff more, and realized that you're just better off to cast Magic Missile like 60% of the time. But this still helps. Especially when you get your level 3 Channel Divinity Smite thing. Oh, let me go back here. So this gives us Animal Handling Survival. Survival is also useful because we're going 14 Wisdom. So this is going to give us 4 to Survival. And Survival is how you get food in the wild. So it allows us to set out and explore the map. It's not a very big map, but it does take a while. So if you have characters in Survival, you'll get rations, and you won't have to go without rations and not be able to rest. This tool stuff, that's not in the game yet. So this gives us Strength, Tech, and Con. This is perfect for us because we are Strength max. We just need 10 Dexterity, and this goes back to the Cleric problem with the full plates. You don't get heavy armor at the beginning. The Fighter does get Chainmail, but he's the only one. Also, the most important saves seem to be Con and Wisdom, so this actually works out for that as well. So you get 2 points and 1 point, and this is going to be based on your background, right? So you see we get 17. Now there is a bug that when you hit level 4, at some point your stats go back to 17, even if you put it up to 18. And in my first run, my Wizard, even though I didn't hit a level 4 feat because I was multi-classed, I had 17 intelligence. I don't know what's going on with that, but it seems that it still applies. And if it doesn't really matter, right? I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what's going on with it. Alright, so here we're going to take an Insight and Medicine, because we don't really need anything. Because in Solasta, everything is shared, so it just is going to take whoever has the highest. But Medicine is used if you need to stabilize somebody. It's like a DC 10, I think. There's 8 of these, 4 characters, you get 2 each, so just take 2 each. For their cantrips, for the Dazzle's pretty useful, because it's a bonus action chance. So if an enemy goes up to the Squishy, you can maybe use your bonus action for Dazzle, and then the Squishy can walk away because they can't take a reaction. Divine Shield, but as I've got better at the game, I just don't really need this. But it is handy if you're, what we're going to do is keep one of the NPCs with us for like 70% of the game. And they only have 14 hit points, so if they get low. And then this one, I haven't really used it since the first run. There are enemies, so another issue is there's enemies that are resistant to piercing, resistant to slashing. You fight specters, which are resistant to most things, damage. So you want to have alternative sources of damage, even though you might hit less. Because we're going one-handed shield, we're not going to be doing a lot of physical damage, even with Savage Attacker. So I don't know. There's really no other option here. We don't need guidance right now, because the third character is going to take it. We don't really need light. 3 of our characters have dark vision. I haven't really seen that be an issue. We don't need Spare the Dying because we have so much healing with 3 clerics. And we don't want Sacred Flame, so. Yeah, and you don't get to prepare your spells here, so. But what we do want to do, you go into Identity.
That might be so, but we still haven't worked out. Hello. Nice to meet you.
It doesn't really matter what you pick here. I'm gonna pick what did I pick last time? Yeah, I'm gonna pick hero. You can go in and edit the stuff too, but I don't really care. Oh, sorry. This is yeah, there we go. Save it here. Let's double check. Protector, dwarf, wanderer. Stats are correct. Now we're gonna make a second one. And let's get a woman. There's one that's an older looking woman I like getting. Yeah, we'll get that one. Same thing here. We're gonna take wanderer. Oh, also, I was taking academic a lot because this gives you a component pouch, which is universal, so it works for anybody. And this goes into your quick item slot. But I don't really think you need it because right now you can swap freely between your 2 weapon sets at any time, which also makes some of the bonuses, like from Ether Warden, Battle Cleric, they get the ability where they don't have to have a focus, not a focus, a hand free to cast. So if you're using two-handed or dual wielding or a shield and whatever, is once they get their stuff, they don't need that. Now, I know you might be thinking, so the point of this group is if you've already gone through EA, I suggest for EA, you should probably, I should have mentioned this at the beginning, you should probably just play what sounds fun. This is more for metagaming. Now, with 16 con and the extra 4 from Dwarf, because Dwarfs get 1 extra hit point, we have pretty good health. Like I said, other than that 1 crit that took me out for 58 hit points, normally we're going to be fine. Plus, Battle Clerics get an ability to get extra temporary hit points at the beginning of the match. Alright, we went Dwarf and Giant last time. We're going to go Orc and Halfling. That's just what I've been doing. Just keep it the same. Take the same skill or spells. Oh. Frost, yeah, that sounds cool. So, we're going to make her a ruler.
I thought I heard movement, maybe saw something, but I wasn't sure.
You must need help with something.
That's good enough. Alright, so now we go on our third cleric. This time we are actually going to take Thaumaturge, because this character is the one that's supposed to replace our Thief and Intelligence skills character. Because one thing we don't have, because we're going to have a Sorcerer who's the face of the party. We got 2 Battle Clerics who are generalist characters. They're tanky, they're support. Battle Clerics is probably the best subclass in the game. Because they can, they get shield, they can cast Shatter, Magic Missile, so they can do range damage, they can do melee damage, they can throw heals, they can buff. Not much, other than trapping, I don't think there's anything they really can't do. I guess they're not the face of the party, or they're not skill or trapping, so in this one, I agonize over this many times, but we don't need extra heavy armor because, like I said, there's only 2. There is a bunch of named items and armor you can get, not named, but +1 gear, but we can't buy it because you never get enough faction points to be able to buy it. So if you've never played Solasta 1, you had to, depending on which faction you got, there was tiers of how you had to reach certain tiers to buy certain things. Like some of them had magical amulets and rings, and some of them had like tomes you could read to increase your stats or armor, weapons. But to get that highest stuff, like in Solasta 1, you could only get, like, even if you metagamed it, you couldn't get like all of the factions maxed out, so you had to pick and choose. Anyway, because we're going to go, I kept trying to make this a Dex Con Intelligence character, but it just didn't work out, so I finally just went Wisdom. And this gives us bonus to our Arcana and Religion checks, based on our wisdom modifier. It says minimum 1, but if you put in 10 wisdom, it does not give you anything. The extra cantrip doesn't really help us, but like I said, we don't need a heavy armor, so the other one doesn't really help. For this one, we do human, and that actually is fine. Also, we are going to take wizard, and then we take artist. So this gives us dex, wisdom, and charisma. I did agonize, like I said, over this for a long time. So this gives us insight, performance. These don't really help us much, right? Insight does, I guess, but because we took insight on the other 2 characters, and we're going to get performance on the sorcerer. But we do get skilled for this, and we do get wisdom and dexterity, which is what we need. When you go through the backgrounds, like there's like if you want a certain feat, then you are limited. They all have different stats. They boost some of the stats, like your I think Dex gets a lot of them. Anyway, so I decided not to make this an archer when I redid it, and I'm just going to go 14 Dex because I wanted more skills. So this is why I found out worked the best was to go the max wisdom so I could get a better chance to land Scorching Rays and shit. And only needed about 12 intelligence because I was getting that arcana and religion bonus from the higher wisdom. But I didn't want a character with... If I lowered intelligence here, then all my characters are going to have 8 intelligence and no intelligence skills. But I can get around that with the skilled feat and the thaumaturge. So yeah, I think we get 2 more, so we just put them in strength. No matter how I did this with whichever background, I could not get it to min-max perfectly. The strength skills really aren't, ours 2 in strength isn't really helping us, but there's nothing else I can do. And 10, 14, 14, 12, 17, 8, that's correct. Sorry, I got a little cheat sheet here. So we are going to take history and religion because those are our intelligence skills. Our religion is going to be really high. You can see our insight is already higher than other characters. And we got a base medicine of 3. Yeah, and the last few times when I've been running through these builds, I have not needed to do a stabilize. So we get 1 skill for being human. In this case, we are going to take perception. Because you really benefit from having perception. There's buried chests scattered throughout the maps. Not that many, maybe like 10 total. Plus there's some other things that you need to perceive. Another reason why wisdom's good. Alright, so we want to get as many wisdom and intelligence skills up, right? This character is going to take Elven and Goblin. So now we can go through our skills here. Survival's positives, that helps us get our stuff. Our religion's already good. Our perception's good. We're going to need nature. Medicine's fine. We're going to need investigation. We want at least a 3, right? Because I have guidance. Not that I was going to always apply, but insight's good. History is at least 3. Arcana's 4. Now I was taking Arcana and using the sleight of hand gloves that you can get early in the game. Which I didn't even know, like my first 3 times going through the town, at the beginning of the game, that you could get these gloves. You have to make a certain dialogue choice, and then make a skill check. But then I realized they don't work, so I went through the whole run with a 12 dex trapper, basically. Yeah, it was not fun. Because I wasn't going to start over 2 hours, or an hour or whatever, just to do that. So, we do have to take sleight of hand. And Arcana is the one thing I could remove because it's already at 4, and then if you go to 18 intelligence at level 4, it's going to go to 5. So yeah, we have all of our 5 intelligence skills. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At least 3 or higher. And then our wisdom skills, 3. Well, we have 17, so yeah, we're going to have at least 3 in all our wisdom skills. So. Now, we also are going to take Dazzle that, and we do not need Holy Conduit because this character should not be in melee, so we are going to take Sacred Flame. But we get it, Thaumaturge extra, so we will have Guidance from level 1. Now here, let's see what did I take. Firebolt and Shadow Dagger. So this gives you a save-based one. So Sacred Flame is Dex-based. This is Wisdom-based. Wisdom save. This is actual physical damage, or ranged attack. And everything else, this sucks. We don't really need light. Shocking Grasp does come into play sometimes, but we have Dazzle for a bonus action. It does the same thing basically, but it's without the damage. Of course, we don't need Dazzle, we already have it. This is very useful. This you have to be in melee for, so you don't really want to do it. This is useful, but we can get this on the source earlier. This is also really useful if something has 1 or 2 hit points and you just want to finish it off. But we only get 2 of these, right? Also, just notice that this says the cantrips you use the best of your intelligence, wisdom, or charisma as your spellcasting ability. It does not say that for the spell you get. It just says that for the cantrips, right? I don't know. I haven't tested it which way it goes. But the reason I bring that up is because I found something out last run, which is I was taking Magic Missile. It really helped on the early fights. You only get 2 of them at level 1 and then 3 at level 2, but whatever you take with Magic Initiative, you can use your normal spell slots for. So you're not like Baldur's Gate 3 where you're just limited to 1 cast of it. The problem is the free one you get from Magic Initiative has to be used first. So I found out at the end of the game when I was trying to start off a fight with an upscaled Magic Missile, I couldn't upscale it to level 2 because I had to use my free one first, which is limited to level 1. I was like, oh. And I don't know if it actually uses your spell DCs. So assuming it doesn't, that means things like Burning Hands, Thunder Wave, Chromatic Orb, they would all be limited to my 12 intelligence. So they'd be 2 DC lower, or 2 attack value lower. And most of this other stuff you don't need. Like, well, protection I can get from Cleric. This is DC, this is DC. This isn't that useful. This isn't that useful. Concentrate spells really just aren't that useful, period. Don't really need it. I've gone through with identified the first 2 runs, you don't need it. Anything that has a save like this, it just makes them go past this. For one, they have to fail the save, and then they get another chance to break it. You're just better off killing shit. Chromatic Orb has a problem that if you read this part down here, it's going to be like right here, material component. Requires an item with the gem and diamond properties. Remember I said, and I'm going to keep bringing this up, we need money to get our plate armors to make our tankies, tank characters tanks. And we need a lot of money. And it's going to take until like almost level 4 before we get the stuff for that. But it makes the last part of the game, third of the game, super easy. Much easier. This costs 90 gold in the intro to get a diamond. You will find some later. This also causes a problem with Jepha, the temporary companion that we're going to run with most of the game. Is she has Chromatic Orb, but we can't actually get her to use it for some reason because she only has the option to use it if you have the diamond. I don't know why. That's fucking stupid, but that's the way it is. I ended up just saying, even though I like Chromatic Orb, I can get by without it until late in the game. I haven't seen any reason to use Charm Person or Feather Fall. Mage Armor, this isn't that useful. False Life is good. Not for this character because we have healing, but False Life was good in my first run because I had a couple people with it and I could use it to keep someone that was low health alive. So like a mage can use it to give someone temporary hit points, which kind of acts like a heal for their next hit that comes in if you don't have enough healing. Now, the other thing I realized is I took Magic Missile and then was going to change it when I got Magic Missile from Battle Cleric. And you don't get the option to change this. So I actually have, this is the one thing here on this run I haven't figured out yet. So I need a moment here to decide. It has to be useful for early game. And it has to be useful for late game. It can't be something that's going to block us from, like shield would be fine because it's not going to block us, right? But also if you take shield, you're going to have fights where it never applies, so you're just losing a spell slot. And we get shield at level 3 anyway. We don't have careful spell or anything, so that makes, so even if I ignore the probable 2DC loss, alright, like I said, I'm gonna stop talking for a moment while I figure this out. So this is a wisdom save, but so is sleep, and sleep's an AoE. And each time they take damage, target makes another wisdom save to end the spell. And this is basically the same thing, but like I said, it's AoE, so they both last 1 minute. I mean, I could see it maybe being a little useful. I haven't really tested this one. Yeah, so bludgeoning is generally the better damage type because there's not as much stuff resistant to it. Especially when the enemies you're going to fight early on. You're going to see them throughout the game. Alright, so right now I've got Burning Hands, Magic Missile, Tasha's Hideous Laughter, Ice Knife, 1, 2, 3, 4, Shield would be 5, Sleep would be 6, Thunderwave would be 7. So the benefit of Burning Hands and Thunderwave is they still do half damage. Alright, if I have to choose just one, I would take Thunderwave over Burning Hands, so we'll knock that down to 6. We can't upscale this, so I think Sleep's going to be better than Hideous. Alright, we'll take off Hideous because I think Sleep's just going to be better because it gives automatic critical. So that leaves us 5 choices. So right now we're at Magic Missile, Shield, Sleep, Thunderwave, or Ice Knife. Like I said, this has to, the beginning of the game we need to have usefulness out of this. It's not as important later. And being a cleric, we don't have access to Sleep, Ice Knife, or Thunderwave, so I'm leaning towards those because I don't really think Shield's gonna, it might save me once before level 3, and Magic Missile, all nice, I think I can get by without it. I feel like Shield is going to be some fights is this not going to apply, so we're never going to get the free use out of it, and then Magic Missile creates the problem later, so if we take something else, we'll be able to use it with our cleric spell slots. And that's why I'm like, So Thunderwave does have a problem that we'd actually have to not hit our own people. So this requires both a save and a hit. So I think I'm gonna say no because also some things are resistant to piercing. I think we're gonna take Thunderwave because if this does have a lower DC, then this will still have a chance to apply. And we'll get the spell to cast for us, which could be useful. Oh, sorry it took so long to go through that. Let's see, we did voice 3. There's only 2 voices of each, so we're doing voice 4. So I know this is taking a while. Even if I said I was going to make everything shorter, is like I said, this is all important, the stuff I'm talking about, and then I'm just going to blitz through the game. So yeah, so here we're going to go Sorcerer. This is our face character, Nuker, AoE damage. Also, complexity is advanced. It's not that advanced. We go Human. We will be taking Ready for War, which gives us light armor and shields. We don't really need the martial weapons though. Actually, hold on. We want another metal, right? Let's see what our metal options here. I take it it's supposed to be like an Asian face, but yeah. And so it's either that one or that one. You know what? Screw it. We'll go with this one. So this person's going to be a cultist because it gives Dex and Charisma, Con, everything you need. It also gives us Deception, which we need, and Magic Initiative. And 2 points left over, putting Wisdom for Wisdom saves. Alright, 8, 16. Now you can go Con if you want instead of, you can swap Dexterity and Constitution if you want more saves, but we don't really use concentration saves on this character. We're going for disadvantage. I did think about this having all those characters made before I started the stream. Okay, Persuasion, Intimidation. So you can see we got the 3 main charisma skills here. And then we have 1 human skill. Now there is an item that gives performance and persuasion that you can get early on. Not too early, but like 20% in the game maybe. And I was going to skip performance for perception, because I said perception is important. And then I realized those items don't seem to work. So, and we're just going to stick with it. These are our last 2 spawns we haven't taken. I don't think that really matters. I don't think language has really came into play that much. Alright, so ours, we're going to take B, because like I said, it's really good for something that only has a few hit points left. So basically, there's no save, right? So if they have 1 hit point, they're dead. If they have 2 hit points left, it's 75% chance. If it's 3, it's 50-50. Normally I don't cast it if they have 3 or 4, but Shadow Dagger, really nice. Also, Shocking Grasp, in case we need to get away. I'd rather have that over Dazzle. I mean, you can take Dazzle because it's a bonus action, but Sorcerer's Burst is really nice because you get advantage on it when you have your special ability up. Alright, so we're going to take Magic Missile and Thunder Wave. You can take other stuff if you want, but we are going to take, what do we take here? Acid and Firebolt. This is Firebolt is 120 and this is 150. That's one thing to notice is like B's is only 60 feet. And then here, because we are going to have the lowest hit points and stuff. We do take shield because it is going to apply to us a lot. There are, let's see, what is it? I think it's 4 skills you can get here that are wizard only. And since you can use this with your normal spell slots. I think it's Long Strider, Identify, which like I said, you don't really need these. Hideous Laughter, and Protection, I think. You can just go through here and just look, see what's missing. Yeah, Protection. But none of those are really that useful to have, so... Alright, we are going Sage. This guy has voice 2. This guy has voice 1. Okay. So, I think we're done here. Like I said, I'm going to just blitz through and show you how to get through the game.
We're from the...
I've got tutorial suggestions off and it still gives it to you. Also, you can turn on turn speed to fast if you don't have it on there already.
Where are you going? Let's go talk to Landry.
Like I said, I've gone through this first part like 5 or 6 times, so... These books are only worth like 1 gold point, but some of the stuff gives quests.
Oh, none of us will come. Look, everyone here. We can crawl under this. I don't like it either.
Yeah, I don't want to like, if you want to see all the cutscenes and stuff, I don't want to see another video.
Hey everyone, look! The monster's cave! Remember how Mother got mad every time we went down?
Why does it do that sometimes?
Looks like something ate all of them.
Wait, did I actually get that?
Hey look! The old tower! It's collapsed and ended up down here.
A victim of the war, like the bridge. Come on, push this bit out the way.
Why don't you do it?
Because my arms are so weak.
What?
I'm waiting.
Alright, once those guys go by, you
It's
can stop.
okay. We're good.
There's some
Stand up
bugs
now.
with the games. That, well, you know, I think it's right here. This one also.
Here's Marika. Those really gave me the creeps. At
So
least
make sure
they've
you
gone
sneak
now.
or come
Let's take a
around
look
here
at these ruins.
and get this chest.
Move on.
This much. Not really getting any good loot here. You could skip it if you want. Oh, also this stuff puts your characters in random order. It doesn't seem to matter. So who is our trapper? That's our first character. That was the dwarf. That was the sorcerer. So this is gonna be. Luckily, you can just do that, right? So this is the supporters pack that turns your shield gold, and then this turns your armor silver, and then this we want to give to the sorcerer. Also, you can just put all this stuff. I like how you can just click and drag this. This is a R1 res. I've had to use this one time. That's for the kobold. Alright, so this is our orb. We want to put that here. We're not going to get a shield for this character for a while. So we don't need that at all. We want to put our wand in there. Put all the food. Now we can use these boots. They don't do anything other than make our feet like that. And this just puts a little fairy around us. Clerics start with scrolls of cure wounds. You can actually sell them if you don't need them. We're gonna come over here and grab this stuff.
I remember this beach.
Oh, damn. Kobolds.
What?
There are caltrops over here, but you can avoid them. Get up here. I mean, I've attacked from this side. I've attacked from over here. It doesn't really matter.
Take a look at this.
Intro stuff.
Careful. This place is full of kobold traps.
Where's their caster? So if you can, you want to start off ambush. You can either just ambush them or start off with an attack. That way you get advantage on initiative and they get disadvantage. You see we rolled with advantage. Our battle clerics are going to defeat at level 4, called Eager for Battle, which gives you +4 to initiative. So they'll make up a little bit for their lower dexterity. So you can use this twice for long rest. So that, as you can see, it gives you advantage on your attack rolls. And +1 to spell saves DC. And this is why I think Sorcerer is better than Wizard. Alright, we're going to go ahead and move them out of the way. I think it's the first time I've ever seen this. Yeah, see if we had magic missile right here, it'd be really nice, you know? Back over. It does seem to be, it's not Baldur's Gate 3, you can fall back over to your shield. But we won't have to do that later. So. Alright, so this characters, they don't have any ranged attacks really. They don't get much from our crossbow either. Oh shit, I've never seen him die. I wonder if he dies. These guys will, I also come up here now because these guys will run through the cantrips. But I think I fucked myself. Yeah, I don't have healing word because they don't let you start off with spells. Or you can't repair them, I mean.
Arcana, Evo!
So I'm not getting a good thing with it because, as you can see down here, it says DC 13. But also because it looks like if there's a little shield on the line, it's going to have a cover.
Arcana, Ollie!
So
Endure!
he's just guaranteed to do some damage. So hopefully he'll finish him off. Well, he was going to kill him anyway, so it didn't fucking matter. Why did he get the go twice? Okay, that. Yeah, there's more shit I've never seen before. Okay. Right, he just killed one of the bow. Okay. Yeah, I'm good. I can't see him, so. I guess I could see him up from up here, but.
I was sure.
I came over here, said to drop down. You can see Savage Attacker working.
This shortcut is looking more and more like a trap.
Don't worry, we'll be fine. We need to hurry. We're almost there. Can we take a short rest? I'm worn out. Fine, just a short one. This is a good place to put our feet up.
Alright, Evo, breathing.
Oh, jog on if you like. I'm taking a break. What was that about Rick? She angry at him or something?
Okay, so we are getting 3 plus 2 plus 4 is 9. Oh, let's see, it said 3 plus 6. Yeah, so why is our sleight of hand not showing up? Does that not apply? So one thing about rogues and one of the backgrounds, I think, is low life. It actually gives you Thieves' Tools proficiency. I wonder if I could have used those gloves. Well, this is fine. I mean, it's just a difference of us taking Arcana instead of Sleight of Hand. Yeah, you want to make sure you come over here because it's a big source of money. You don't have to disable these. You don't get any XP for them. I'm pretty sure there's nothing up here either. Oh, god dang it. We're supposed
Careful.
to go to the thing.
This place is full of kobold traps.
Alright, Evo, breathing.
I forgot to do the bag. Very, very important. Because the edges to armor, our caster is going to use the Hogate. Yeah, I think so. There's no crafting in EA right now, but you can sell the stuff, and it's a good source of money. So when we get a chance, since they don't have a good dexterity, we want to get throwing axes or javelins or spears. Not spears. Any throwing stuff. I will show you. So if you click here, you can see +4 to hit, 1d8 +2 for her, right? If you go to him, he's only got a +2 to hit from proficiency. That's it. But now he's got a +5 to hit, so most definitely want to swap that over. Alright, so you see our armor class is 13. Armor class is now 15. When we get a shield, it'll be 17. You can use mage armor for +1 more, but you're going to burn a spell slot for that. Wow, look dignified. Yeah, I might use this character face more often.
Hey there. You alright?
Alright, so, I will show this one. This is annoying getting back in here, though. You have to click through this every time. So this is... Some of the dialogue is going to be better with certain backgrounds. So caregiver or hero. Also, sometimes you'll just get some characters. I don't know why, if it's their class or whatever. That's an interesting looking tattoo. So yeah, so we are going to do, I think, Fafi as a hero, and unfortunately we can't see what people are at this moment. We don't have a jester or outlaw. Top student is sage, which we know is the caster. We also have an innocent too, but and then hero or ruler. So I believe we made the girl dwarf the ruler, so he is the hero.
I still can't believe...
Mom, I know Marion adopted you, but I didn't realise you were so close.
Alright, so we don't have a scapegoat. So he's going to be... So it's going to be our thief, which makes the most sense, I think.
They were always mine.
It's true.
Well, in your own way, you were
Some of
special
these dialogues you can't
You
skip
were the
through.
one who always got punished. You would
God. Honest. All right. Yeah.
Hey,
It
And the
looks
last
like...
one's automatic.
hey, come and take a look at what I found.
A path up. Great. I was wondering how we were going to get up there.
I had a vague memory there was one around here somewhere, so I just started hacking away at the branches.
Do you...
So it took a few times, maybe three or four times going through here before I realized that it is
What
true
was that
that
about Rick? She angry at him or something?
you can pretty much just run through this next fight.
Almost there.
You don't have to kill the guys. I mean, it tells you that more or less, but I just always assumed it wasn't true.
I'm deeply sorry for your loss.
My deepest sympathies.
Mariah welcomes your mother, Colwalls.
I have missed a book somewhere. Okay, so here's where you can buy the teeny diamond if you are using orb. And this stuff that you can get from the supporters pack isn't worth much. I think this was the highest. Like, this was 4. 4, so 12 and 35, so about 50. Not really worth it. It's not like some big thing you can make money off of. You don't need to read the letters here. And you want to keep all your food stuff. You don't really need lanterns. I haven't found any need for lanterns. Oh wait, do we want a dagger for him? No, we're good. So yeah, I don't recommend buying potions. You don't really need to, but yeah, this is worth 100 because that's what it says you need. A diamond worth 100, and we got a 10% discount, so it's 90. But yeah, we will get some. It might be 10 hours in the game, like halfway through the game, but there's 3 different diamond types, and like I said, it's this chromatic orbs are nice, but I need the money because the plate mails are like 16.21 each, and then the half plate is like 800 something.
Did she tell you that?
So when we get done with the fight, I'm probably gonna go take a, I'm gonna take an AFK and just let the cutscene play. So all you have to do here is come around over here and push the pillar down. You don't have to do the fight.
Do that. Mariah Kay won't allow it.
I cannot lose her. Not like that.
The pillar. Knock it down.
I'm gonna take hits.
If it doesn't kill you.
Oh yeah, I still haven't had a chance to change spells yet, have I?
Mariah Kay,
Really,
a
it doesn't really matter.
Fury.
I was curious, like, how long you could go survive. Does he ever actually die if you try to fight for like 100 enemies? Because they just respawn. You just need one person to go over anyway, so it doesn't matter. Not good, Ian. Go back here.
Stand down! I don't want to kill you, but they will.
Look, the pillar behind her. Mariah Kay, a BO.
Oh, I should have gave her a dagger. Well, I can't go back and buy anything now.
Arcana, Molly,
Oh yeah, they put when you kill them. And immediately respawns. Get in the new turn, they're always going to respawn. Okay, so I'm going to have to kick now. How long
Stop
this
this
is.
madness! She won't come back!
I'll be back in like
She
6 or
didn't
7
want-
minutes.
Holy Mother.
The covenant must be honored.
I tried. I did everything you asked of me. Why did you take her from me? Shadwin was right. You are the betrayer. And you have betrayed me!
Keeper of life and death, please, hear our prayer. Your devoted cleric seeks your mercy.
Why? The Cold Walls failed to keep the Covenant. Again. We are Cold Walls too. Mahin was a mother to us. We shall honor the Covenant.
You would take Mahin's burden to save her son.
Man, she's ugly.
We will.
Alright, I was going to get level 3. I don't know if we'll get to there. I am getting a little tired.
Where?
We have a lot of dialogue cut through here.
What happened?
Well,
Maraike watches us.
Okay, so we have to be careful, and this is one of the reasons I was saving my spells. We have to do this fight, and
Over there.
we're not exactly
behind me.
prepared for this fight, though.
We're grown-ups, you know?
So these dryads can one-shot you. Because you're not level 2 yet, and there's no way to get level 2 before this. Where's my stuff button? There we go. Alright. Let's start off with... Now, again, I have magic missile, so... Just gonna have to suck it up. Wrong button. Oh yeah, I haven't been able to change anything. The caster has magic missile. Right? Yes. So we get there's only this one fight before we rest. So we can start off with a spell. Yeah, this target not sense stuff is kind of annoying. You gotta get him before the field. Yeah, we'll risk it. And sometimes things just don't go well. There's also a delay here. There's a lot of little miscellaneous things wrong with the game. Okay, we got good initiative here. Especially considering we got 2 characters with no dex. Okay, so sometimes when you hit, you'll get a quicken spell, so it works, but in this case, we do not have that, so we are going to use this. So our next stuff, we want a higher chance to land. We also want to hide away from, because they're going to come around this way. We are going to turn our inspiration, because every time we rest, because we're human, we get inspiration. Alright, since we haven't damaged her, we were going to go for her. Now we can go melee, but only one person's going to do that. But there is the problem, if we go melee, I think we lose our advantage from stealth. Yeah, see, I never use inflict wounds. I don't know why. It just, if everything is high, okay, so if I get sensed, she's gonna see me though, I think, so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's gonna see me. She's gonna roll a wisdom check for perception. Yeah, so this is the problem. If I try to go up there, I think I'm gonna get seen. So, now, well, sometimes you get lucky and roll a 20, and you have a 58% chance. Okay. So if we stand here, she's going to be able to hit us, so I think it's not a good plan. We are going to back up, make the wisps come. The wisps can fly, so they'll... oh, they're wood fairies, not wisps.
That wasn't smart.
Now, we don't have these. We could bless. Now we are going to bless... well, if... Are we still stealth? No, we got it on stealth. Yeah, so she saw us because we didn't do an action, but it still showed us. Still got it on stealth though. So she's got cover right now. That's why her attack's really low. We need to get over here where she doesn't have cover.
Arcana. Arcana. Show.
swear.
Get this girl out. Yeah, he's gonna get seen from the whispers. And so you can start different places. Go all the way around on this side if you want. You can come up here, but you're gonna get seen. Yeah, so let's look at it. Didn't see me. The sorcerer can hit her at the next turn, so I think that's okay. Yeah, see, this stuff just doesn't work. You don't go for Dryad. They're demonic hit ones. These guys only do like 1d4 damage. Plus they're... What do they have? Shock or something? Yeah, they don't do very much. Alright, that worked out pretty good. The swap into a dagger worked out. And next to the fairy in case it moves. Yeah, I don't think I get level 3. This might take longer than an hour for that. You know what? Actually, I'm going to go over Thunder Wave. I think I can hit all 3 of them. A little risky because it'll put you in melee range. Oh, and I have an attack opportunity. Remember we we'll have 17 AC once we get a shield. Just enough for me to hit all 3 of them or just 2? Alright, that's good enough. We'll also push them back. Yeah, we got lucky they both failed the saves. But even half damage would have been enough to kill that one. That works out. And she is basically gone. Oh, I didn't see this one over here. Yeah. The Dryads are the most important thing. So I almost have never used this since the first run. I take it thinking I might need it, but it does AoE damage, so that's why you don't want to use it. But it's +4 to hit. It doesn't seem to take like when you get a +1 weapon. It doesn't seem to matter. For some reason, this is higher. I think because this uses strength, the other one uses my wisdom. Let's see. I could Thunder Wave. I'd have to get over here to do it. I think I'll do that. I might be able to get both of them from there. So you have to look, see when she turns a little red. But that's going to hit my own character too. I'll move up here. Can't tell if I'm getting the wisp. Nope. But the Dryads are down, so they can't use their venomous spike cantrip. You actually can get that cantrip if you do Sylvan Elf, I think. Alright, perfect. These guys hurt, but they don't one-shot. They might be able to one-shot the caster, but...
You're still standing.
Yeah, it's just a D4. It's been +1, so most they can do is 5 damage. Or 10 on a crit. So Thunder Wave worked out there. Getting all the health on some characters.
Arcana, Evo! Malvis!
gonna risk it. I don't have healing ward up, but I can walk away.
Arcana.
Wait, what? Okay, weirdness. Now, what are these numbers? Yeah, this fight's not going too well now. Sometimes enemies don't attack, I don't know why.
Arcana, Wally, Endure!
And that's why I take these. This really high chance of killing something with 2 or 3 hit points. Or just one.
Marite, Avio,
Heal.
Pure!
Trust me, this will get much, much better later. I probably should have blessed at the beginning, that would have helped too. Okay, we're not doing that again because we don't know what the fuck's going on.
Arcana.
Really, I can't hit shit.
Arcana, Wally, Endure!
No quarter given! Arcana.
Did you what?
I don't like that it does it to you. It moves your characters over. Nothing here of important. Yeah, should be at least one more. Okay, those two, and that one, yeah, 5. There's nothing else out here. At least nothing I've found.
It would be much simpler if we actually knew something about this place.
But right now, drop your weapons and show your hands.
Wait, but
Just
Throw them.
The lion.
everyone up.
And we.
So the first place you can long rest gives you level 2 basically, so. Basically, you just get a channel divinity, which can be used for damage or healing. care about that. Alright, so take off Bane, take Healing Word, take off Inflict, take Shield of Faith. That's pretty much it. At level 4, take Protection from Evil. Nothing's going to change there. I mean, Protection from Evil, we could use it for undead, but there's not that many undead fights. We don't need to take anything else here, so... So now we have Guiding Bolt. So yeah, it was the first time I went through that fight without Magic Missile on the, well, the first time I had a Rogue, but I think I had Magic Initiative, so... So I've tested a few of these out. So I think the best options are, I tried Transmuted and it is nice, but the times I wanted to use it when things were resistant, like the Spectres, they're resistant to all this stuff. But the idea of using a ice-based Magic Missile, or instead of Thunder Wave, Poison Wave, yeah, it's cool. I'd sit just doing it one time just for fun. I might do it again at some point. But Careful Spell, I feel like, so for the longest time I wasn't taking Thunder Wave or Burning Hands because they're very close range, and normally things are around my tanks or whatever, and I just never really get an opportunity to hit multiple targets without hitting my own people. I can do that with Shatter. If I'm hitting like 4 enemies and my tank is fine because I'm getting much more damage out of it, but Shatter also can be aimed. But I find Careful Spell pretty useful. Twinned only works. Twinned only works for things that you can target additional creatures with upcast, so it's not that much stuff that's useful for spells I'm taking. Again, that one's not that useful. Subtle's not that useful. This you can only use a cantrip, so it's not like Baldur's Gate 3. You can cast spell and then quicken the cantrip, but this one I did use with Sleep on one of my runs, which would be interesting, but you have to get enemies grouped up for Sleep, so I have thought about having a couple melees, either two-handers or dual wielders, and a couple characters cast Sleep a lot, but like I said, they're gonna save frequently, so... Distance Spell I haven't tried yet either. I did try Extended. It does give you advantage on concentration checks, which would be useful for something like Bless if you took Magic Initiative Cleric or something, but you also... wait, what did Star Child gets Bless, I believe. Okay, so this is going to be... look at my list here. Pretty sure it's, yeah, Burning Hands. I was taking Burning Hands and Thunder Wave, and now I take Thunder Wave at the beginning. And Sleep. I was for the longest time using False Life, but yeah, with multiple clerics, if just do 2 clerics, you don't really need it. Again, you can't take Chromatic Orb unless you bolt that diamond at the beginning. And nothing else here, this really makes sense. There is one fight we're going to be doing soon where Sleep could be really helpful. Maybe. Let's double check this. Careful and Empower again. going to have a lot of dialogue shit here, so there's not much I can do to speed it up.
Come on, you lot. You're going to meet with the Lady Anabazia.
You can wait for this guy to walk over here, but I realize you can kind of just walk over and finish. Or get to the next area. But here, we do have to wait for him to walk over, so nothing we can do. Oh, well, we do have to come back and talk to Record later. There is a statue here you can pray at. I don't know if it... I think it might give inspiration or something. So basically, we're going to go through and talk to this lady, and then have to go back and talk to Record. Or Card, Record, whatever.
Did we just teleport to the new empire?
Wish it was that simple. But it's got a definite old world Manacalon feel.
Ugh.
We don't have time for that.
The new kid.
There's no reason not to grab these books and shit. Yeah, they're only worth like one each.
No need.
Actually, while I'm waiting to do it.
There you go. Enjoy.
Greetings, I am the Lady Anabazia, guiding light of Kayamar. They are you are keen followers of her creed, like your friend.
Actually,
Is that? You see here, let's edit it.
I'm not.
I would
Basically,
know,
she's kind of
but
a
Indeed. We
forceful
actually
hand
don't
ruler.
know.
Oh, you are in a
talks
continent.
a good game.
Can
I am. What?
then
They were in the woods. Yes, the spy master was furious.
One thing I don't like is when quests get updated, they automatically come back down here. So even if you untrack them, you still get them right back. Same thing, like I would like the log to stay up. I just wish the log had some better functionality. Oh, I forgot there's a that camera won't go through the wall. Hold on. Waiting on that guy anyway. There's a statue right here. But it's just dialogue, lore stuff.
There you go. Enjoy.
Hey. No.
She didn't tell me everything. Then she fell out. Maybe
No, I do
promised to help.
suggest you listen to all this stuff if you're playing through.
Maybe that is why.
Like I said, I've gone through this many times now.
She knew one of us was not enough. When I... She, now,
I don't know if you have to dialogue all this stuff. I've been doing it anyway.
What should you do?
as we look, no matter. Yeah, the cap.
From what I can tell is you can probably skip a lot of dialogue stuff.
Did you see what happened to Landry?
Unless you know it gives a quest or something. But you can also blitz through the rest of it pretty quickly. Yes, now we got our
That's
gear
strange indeed.
back. And we can go do stuff, but we have to do a fight. At this point, all we've done is the kobolds, the story quest. Basically, you just got to kill her down.
We're out.
and free to roam, apparently.
How far do you think we'll get before Anabazia's goons stop us?
Don't be such a misery, Guts. Enjoy the view.
The Fae fight, and then we got one fight here. Then we can get out of the town.
Wait, cut to the...
There's only like 7, 8 fights to get level 3.
Thanks.
You know what? Let's give this guy a throwing. They don't really need a throwing weapon. And then we need to get a dagger for her because we sold them all. We can just rest after this. We don't need to worry about conserving anything.
I have a
We got
bad
a lot of
feeling about
fleeting in
this.
town to do, so maybe about 15 more minutes before we're out of town. I'm just picking. She can carry it. Is the caster, yeah. Okay, so we don't need really to buff him. Alright, now I gotta get over here quick enough. So on this last run I was testing, and I had multiple people with magic missile, I was able to get the crab out pretty quick. The magic missile, and like I could have started off there with the guiding bolt on the big crab. It's like I said, 85-80% chance, but yeah, if you can start off with 15 damage, it's like. Alright, so remember, everyone else is hidden right now. We don't want them to get seen. So while we can cast magic missile, right now we're getting advantage from being stealthed, so we want to use this. But we need to get close enough to be able to get that person without them having any cover. Yes, it's still like 80%. Yeah, I think I'll just hit it right there. Now we get our magic missile quicken ability, which I don't know why we get that. I think it only applies when you use sorcerer abilities.
Arcana, Evo, Malmis!
I just want to say, get used to me casting a lot of magic missile, right? See, 7, 12. Yeah, we're not going to do anything else until he comes up. No, they broke my perception. I guess 91% doesn't matter when you roll 2. Whenever your heroic inspiration pops up, it'll show 2 dice rolls, but you don't get 2 unless you actually use it. Now I'm staying up here because these guys have excuse me, ranged attack. We want them to waste a turn moving instead of attacking.
Alright, Evo.
Now I should have actually focused on a couple, but we'll be alright. Cause 4. Too far for Thunderwave. Too far for that as well.
Arcana, Evo!
Actually, I think we're gonna use this because we got
Arcana, Evo! Malmis!
I'll get a crit. So when we get 2 attacks, but so when it gets to be his turn, the guiding bolt goes away. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to kill him before it goes away. But they had both of them had magic missiles, and so I just hit them. Well, no, because she had 18, so no, wouldn't have killed him. Oh, the guiding bolt didn't go away? That's weird, because I've been having it where it's their turn or the end of the round it goes away. What's already? I did. Alright, sorry. Hiding out really well here. Can't even actually get to him. I don't know why he's hiding like this. Yeah, there's nothing I can do. I can't get over and do anything. Alright, so I guess we will...
Arcana Evo!
Can't great action that.
Arcana Evo! Malmis! Arcana Evo Malmis!
I think he's gonna do that.
Let's hope clearing this pays for our freedom.
No, I thought I saw a very chest. Alright, I don't think we need to take a short rest. There's no other fighting town. I thought I missed a body, but 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe there's 2 there.
Did we? Of course.
Alright, so the game makes it so you can't go up this way to see this guy that's dead. Or in the story, and we have to see this lady over here, right here. That's our companion. So, to force you to get past her, you have to walk all the way around the map, it seems. So the way they make this work is they block stuff off of people. Now, I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm just saying that's how we do it.
Do you see that creature?
It looks a bit like one of those creatures we saw at the funeral.
Diorcus's new friends. Maybe a little, but it's not the same. It looks different.
Curious. Maybe we should try talking to them.
Most stuff you get out here is this crap.
Wow, that harbor's busy.
All those boats.
Now make sure you come out here, though.
I think there's one that can take us home.
We could check the flags, but I doubt there's any from Ferendra. He'd never credited.
I think this is where the shield always spawns.
Last night. Ghosts. What, in the middle of the night? Not a word of a lie. Those oily creeps don't have to lug crates all day.
Right here. Oh, this one. This one.
Find something.
Good.
Shh, quiet your pipes. Got them from Torwen. What? You lubbers anchored in an Argad harbour?
Oh, I know there's books on here.
It's just a small village. Simple
One,
fishing folk. No harm them.
yeah, I think there's a couple books here to give you a location and
Greetings.
a quest.
Well,
We're new here.
new. I am.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
is Diorcus.
Yeah. Anyway, we'd like to ask you a few questions. Can you tell us?
I could. How in here?
What?
So,
what?
they're like the enemy that we fighting.
Enemy.
But he's not an enemy.
And what do
I hear the.
What?
So you talk to him to get a little bit of faction
Thanks.
with satisfaction. One thing I noticed about the boats is they come underwater. They need to fix that. It's like, yeah, it's cool that they move, but I think they move a little too much. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, we don't have that much more of town to finish. Like I said, let's grab the bush stuff, because it is money. And we need money. This lady's like a herbalist.
Hello.
Flower person.
Belay,
I guess would be the right word.
What do you need today?
Do you?
What do you
So
mean?
we're all asking about the Orcus, the girl
Well,
that was
thanks.
our sister.
That's quite a
We're
variety
adopted.
of goods. Good.
Souls?
No.
If
Like
Julie,
I
no?
said, I'm not gonna explain the whole story. But yes, she didn't sell anything important. I'm not on book 6. I need to go through them all, make sure everything's. Alright, I think there's one quest thing here. It's the tavern if we need to rest, but we don't need to pay the money to rest here. When we go out to the open map, we're gonna have to rest anyway. So that's the passageway we came in from the crowds right there. So I think some of these open up later, but we don't have access to the hotel. Like we can't walk over to get this item. We can't come up to here until like late game.
That water looks crystal clear. Think it's drinkable?
I saw a sailor drink.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, somebody don't say examine on me, so. Right, that's for a mushroom quest. So yeah, the sailor's note is for the location, which is a big location.
Anyway,
General vendor doesn't really have anything we need. So yeah, you can see here you need reputation, right? We do have sympathy. Here's the big diamond. We will get one later, but if you didn't get that teeny diamond at the beginning, this is your only option, which basically isn't an option because we don't have the money for it. I think most of this stuff you can find. I haven't seen this in the game. Or the bracers. I haven't seen any +1 shields. If you sell something, you can buy it back. So I think it stays the same price for a short period of time, like an hour.
Hey, wait, oh.
Alright, so if you want to buy new weapons, which could be useful for us, but I will wait till I actually loot them, which does make it a little bit harder for us. But if you go in here, you'll see there is nice +1 weapons that all require alliance. So we won't get them. There is a battle axe, a rapier, short sword, mace. I think I've seen a long sword. Somebody I think's in the end area. So same thing here. I've never been able to get the shield because it requires alliance. This nice armor for the sorcerer would be nice, but we can't get it. So what we can get here, you can get chainmail +1 if you got alliance, but we can't get the plate mail. As you see, it's really expensive. And there's only 2 of them. This is what the fighter starts off with, so we can buy this right now for our characters. But we can only buy 1 of them. So my other run, when I had the fighter, and I gave him 13 strength, specifically so I could get the chainmail to give to one of the clerics. So we will get the plate armors for our clerics later. We will get the half plate armor for our 3rd cleric, who doesn't have full plate armor. Like I said, this does not have a strength requirement, and the game doesn't show you the strength requirements for this is 15. Because like I said, my first run I had a paladin with 14 strength. Bought the armor, and then I had to revert back to a save like 2 minutes earlier because I couldn't use it. This is 1 AC better than what we have, and if you want a free one, there is a dialogue that you pass. You don't have to fight, but if you fail it, or if you just decide to fight, the boss does have the skill melt, but it's only 1 AC. So what we're going to do here is just buy a chainmail. We don't even have enough for the half plate, but this wouldn't help the clerics that much anyway. Now, when we sell this, I think it's worth 27, so we're not fully out. We'll get some of it back. So this is going to give us 15 to 18. So we need someone who's can tank. Yeah, so I don't know what's going on with that sleight of hand proficiency. Should I kept the item I'm about to get? I will save skim this, by the way. It's like a 70% chance to pass.
What's good? Keep.
Oh, the coal walls and no, but I'm one. What's what? Sure.
All right.
Well, I am. I'm supposed to come here, do some business, and then go back to the tribal caravan. But now, I think I'd rather leave. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Ours is
Before
human.
guidance wears off.
Never
I
mind.
assume it wears off while you're... So you don't have to accept her right now if you don't want to risk her dying, because if she dies, you do fail right now.
I suppose we could escort.
It's a few days to the south, a traditional camping
Yeah,
spot.
2 of these dialogues you can't skip. So if you say what's in it for us,
What's in it for?
and you
Apart
make
from knowing you
a
helped a
check.
damsel in distress.
Well, that has to.
Well,
That could work.
So we did not
What
make
do you
it.
have?
So as you can see here, this is actually a perfect opportunity to see. She will offer you a potion of greater healing and a pearl, which is a little bit of money.
We'll take.
Let's just see. This is DC 15. You have 3 charisma and sorcerer, plus 2 proficiency, and we got 4 from guidance. But with that plus 9, we would have to roll a 6, which is why I said. Well, it depends on what you get for guidance. You have like a 60% chance to make it with 1 guidance, or 75 with 4. But I think this is worth an extra couple minutes of safe skimming once or twice. Because it seems that all the items that give bonuses to skills is worth 140.
Alright, Kate.
oh, the
What?
no, look. Oh, well, I
yeah,
am.
if you pass that insight
I'm
check, she
supposed
does
to
give you a
come
little more
here, do some
information.
business, and then go back to the tribal caravan. But now,
Looks like her sheath
think
is
I'd rather
sticking through her
leave.
clothing.
Really?
Oh.
Never mind.
I did one time accidentally say we don't have time.
I
And she just stands there
suppose
until
we
you come
it's
back.
a few
She's
days to
important
the
plot.
south, a traditional camping spot.
Well, that could work.
What the hell?
What do you have?
I've never filled toys.
So,
Alright, it's getting pretty late. I don't want to quit quite yet, but...
Alright, Kate.
oh,
Why?
I know.
What?
So, oh,
You-
well, I am. I'm supposed to come here, do some business, and then go back to the tribal caravan. But now, I think I'd rather leave.
You ever?
Yeah.
Ours is.
Oh. It's a few days to the south, a traditional camping spot. What? Well,
That could work. What do you have?
So this is worth 35 gold, or you can just use it for damage, but we want this.
We'll take the glove.
so we.
So this is what I was using before, because it gives us sleight of hand and I don't remember, nature or something. Yeah, medicine, which is actually useful. But it didn't seem to be doing anything. We already have sleight of hand, but it will show that we now have medicine 3. Nope, never mind. Still showing 3. So I'm saying, like, I don't know if they're actually doing anything, but I do think it's worth safe going for the money. We've already took sleight of hand and said arcana at the beginning, so I don't think it's gonna matter. And we don't need anyone else to, the other 3 already have medicine. But like I said, I don't think it matters. Now, had we not bought the chainmail, and actually I'll have to look into this, with selling those gloves with the 81 plus, yeah, actually we would have had money for the half plate armor. But we need one of the other characters up front to have armor. This would be 15. They don't have any dex. The chainmail is 16. So this would only work if we had her use it with her higher dexterity, which would give her 19 AC. So she would have to play the tank as opposed to being the caster. I mean, yeah, that could work, but she would just cast magic missile or whatever from the front line. Alright, we didn't take magic missile. So, but yeah, we don't have any more fights to do, so we get to level 3. Yeah, she wouldn't be able to cast Firebolt or this. I mean, she wouldn't be able to cast any of her range spells without getting a negative.
It is decreed that a most treacherous spy from the upstart Argard armies shall be hung by their neck until dead. Oh yay, oh yay, oh yay! By order of the Lady Anabasia, tomorrow at the first hour past dawn. That wall's huge. Intriguing. There's definitely a Manacallan feel to it, but it's different.
Different? What do you mean?
The materials, the representations of flora and fauna. It's like nothing from Ferendra. It must be inspired by Neokos.
These walls are clearly meant to divide the city into quarters.
Right, the great and the good kept near to the palace, and the undesirables...
So, the wise and just Lady Anabasia needs a wall to protect her from...
This quest is a Fabak. Yeah, I have not been able to find him. It's a random thing. It's supposed to spawn next to the beginning of the town. Oh, shit. You know, I hadn't gone through it actually until it was close because I didn't even realize it till a couple runs ago, and then last run or the last run I figured out. Anyway, no, it was 2 runs ago. I actually could buy that armor. The thing is, it was slowing down by the plate mill. Let's get out of here so I can go to bed soon.
Are we truly ready for this? We know so little about...
So we're going to explore the map a little bit around town. There's an exploration thing that pops up that you can get some trading items. So this is her camp. The sailor's note told us about the harbor, and the harbor's you most definitely want to be level 3 when you go over there. I did do the first fight at level 2, but yeah, you would want to do the level 3 one. Nope, this might be it. It took me a couple times to figure out how to use guidance when you're doing this. Yep, explosive pearls. You get XP and explosive pearls, which is handy. Don't worry about force marching too much. As long as you only do one and then rest. Yeah, I wouldn't do it every time, but so don't come over here yet, because there's a somewhat nasty fight over there. I mean, you can go in there, you just don't. Fortunately, we can't equip this stuff yet. I don't think so. Yeah, you can't. You can see it, but you can't do anything from this menu. We're getting stuff. So there's going to be a fight here, and there's 1 to 2 fights here. So it's your choice which one you want to do first. Now I haven't tested this, but this fight is based on Jeffa being in your party. So if she's not in the party, I'm assuming that she the fight won't start. But I think doing this fight and then leaving would be a good ending for the stream.
We can't go on like this.
What are you talking about?
Really? You can't hear?
I thought I heard movement.
We've been followed since. We have to lose, or
You think they're the one?
Blessed.
Okay, this is as good.
Are you sure?
Well, she's right.
I highly
We
recommend.
don't have much time. They'll
doing
be
what-
here soon.
Opposite of what I did the first time, which is just don't stand around looking around. Get up to fucking high ground as soon as possible.
Stay low.
We're gonna be fine.
Check your gear.
We're not your crew.
You actually have time to cast Blessed and loot this chest if you want.
Marike Evil Uribe!
I'm such an idiot.
Alright. So some of these guys have a lot of health in other situations. Alright. Now that we have Jeff in the group, we are going to want to keep her. Sorry, this does this. Really annoying. Okay, perfect shot. Yeah, that's a bug when you stealth. Sometimes it makes this really loud fucking. Well, you heard it. There's nothing you can do about it. Alright, hopefully we got. But I had to get over and get the bless off, or thing off before the bless wears away. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then you see starting off from ambush. You actually, I've never really used the ambush one. I just attack. So you roll with advantage. They are surprised. So if everyone's still stealth, everyone will get a free hit. But from where I fight from up here, I've never done it from over here, but from where I fight over here, sometimes I kill them fast enough that I have to wait for them to get up here before I can get line of sight. And this guy's got like 16 AC, so he takes a while to take out. Some of these guys have this is like a Barbarian, he has good hit points and damage, but he doesn't have any armor class. Anyway, and then the Sand Lion is not really an issue. So we're going to swap back to our shield and then come back high out over here. I don't remember who casted Bless. Hopefully it wasn't our tank, but maybe. Alright, so we're going to try to start taking this guy out. He's really annoying.
Arcana, Volley! Arcana, Evo! Arcana, Evo!
Well, since the other guy already died, I don't have a target to hit. So he's on a range. These other ones are out of sight, so we don't really have a choice here. But we can magic missile.
Arcana, Evo! Malmis!
This guy has a lot of hit points. Now that doesn't mean we can't use our other ability because that was our bonus. Now I don't know, like I said, if that quicken is something we're supposed to be able to do, or if it's just a bug. Oh yeah, that's good. Advantage, giving you that nice chance. Oh, so close. Oh, that's gonna make this fight much easier. She does have magic missile, but if we use her magic missile, she's not gonna be able to target anything else. So I think we'll keep her magic missile. She's only got a few spells, and then one casts this. And as you see, she doesn't have a diamond for that one. You have advantage. So I mean, we had advantage from guiding boat too, so we've already got 2 of 6 guys out. I'm telling you, once this party gets going, it's fucking crazy. And we won't have to do the swapping on the battle clerics when we hit level 3. Now we're gonna walk back here because he's gonna walk around this way. This guy's gonna be a pain because he can, for some reason in this game, if you have a little bit of line of sight, these archers, like, look how far away he's hitting me, and he can hit me through like fucking walls and shit. And yeah, it's just weird. There's another reason why I swapped over to like magic missile builds. Because even with my fighter with archery and savage attacker and a longbow, I was doing about 9 damage a round. And then I would be missing some of my hits, so maybe like 7-8 damage. It was a good sustained DPS, but I was like, I can get this magic missile shit and do like 9 damage a round until I ran out of spells. Then I just cantrip, and I'd rather do the damage quicker. Plus I get like Shatter and Scorching Ray, which does more damage. So this is round 2, no one else is hidden anymore. So if we attack this guy, we're gonna have he's gonna have cover. Since we don't have magic missile yet.
Alright, Valmis!
Alright, that was not, and I can't move. The archer can hit us.
Arcana, Evo!
Also, this guy's got a ton of hit points.
Malmis!
That's another reason why I didn't take distant spell, because we, oh shit, I don't need to. Alright, so I come here, I'm gonna have cover, but I still have advantage because he's affected by
Alright, Evo!
Now we're gonna start bringing him over to start taking you over there if we need it. Yeah, we'll take the
Majorca,
advantage from that. Oh, I probably should hit that guy. He's got advantage on him. There's no way that was 2 rounds, was it? Even if it happened in round 1, it would only be... Oh, I'm not gonna look it up. Anyway.
Alright, Alright, Arcana. Arcana.
And you see with our armor class, we haven't needed to heal anyone yet. Okay, we can't get to this guy. This guy has no armor really, so let's work on him. We also are going to send her this way. These casters should be able to take this guy out. Actually, I wonder if I can magic missile this guy again. No, he's moved, so I can't get any class.
Arcana, Evo, Malvis!
We did. No worries.
Majorca, Evo. Majorca, Evo, Malvis!
I added advantage from the guiding bolt. I mean, I could magic missiles, do more damage, but I'm gonna save it for another one. Now, we do have this too. Turn undead, healing, this is okay. This stuff, I never get to go off. It's like the value of it's just too damn low.
Alright,
Yeah, I'll take that because he has no defense. You know, I haven't really made use of push that much. I wonder if push them off will do falling damage. Okay, so it does. I know you're thinking, oh, how does this person say their group's so powerful? If they've ever done this. Because there's not that much verticality in a lot of the fights, so you have to take a feat roll before they do damage when you push them. Actually, let's save on that. Yeah, I guess if you had acrobatics and all that stuff, but
Arcana, Evo, Malvis!
Sometimes the last enemy likes to fucking run crazy, like way around the map. Be really annoying.
Alright,
I don't know why that was so low. I clicked this again. Oh, I take damage. Games. Yeah, does that. Yeah, I figured out I can do the swap into the throwing daggers instead of the crossbow. It's working out pretty well.
Arcana, Evo, Malnus!
Another miss. Nayorka, Evo, Malnus.
Yeah, the good thing is her spells are cast at level 2, so.
What's this? How about the nothing?
Oh, look. Oh, don't be daft. We. Well,
For some reason, there's no way to rest on this map. Don't know why. Okay, why can't I go in my inventory? Because I had companion. That was 1, 2, 3. This guy over here was 4. 5. 6. Yeah, I think it's the 6th guy. Yeah. There's no campfire. Anyway. Alright, so we have 2 or 3 more fights, but that's going to be it for me tonight. Or this morning. So we need to come over here, and it'll give you a warning when you go over there. It says if she dies, it has to be a permanent death. Like, we have that pearl that you start off with to revive once, so that'll work. But if she dies, like, you fail, which only is effective in EA, because she's part of this EA questline. So, later today when I stream again, well, might be Saturday, we'll go through here. We will do the one guaranteed fight and maybe a second fight, depending on if we pass the dialogue check. You do get some gear and more XP. It's like 55 more XP. It's like 50 or 105, but it's not an easy fight. So anyway, when I can go ahead and walk over here. We need to long rest, so what we're going to do is go ahead and long rest now. After that, we can go across
This
that
must be the place
gateway.
Jira pointed out on the map.
What? How can you tell? I don't see anything.
It's a secret hideout, remember?
But Jira said it was in an abandoned building. This is the middle of nowhere.
Trust me, follow the path. And make sure to keep your eyes open. Remember, Jira's friend was being hunted by Anabazia's goons. Huh. Someone really had a grudge against that tree.
Someone was training their archery skills, that's all.
Do you think that's a warning? What's...
There's a door there, but you can't actually get to it. I'll just go ahead and show you this. We're not going to do the fight, but...
Oh! What's that stench?
Ugh, rotting meat. Like a predator's den.
Should we be worried?
Worried? No. Cautious? Yes.
Let's hope that isn't the smell of our spy's rotting corpse.
Footprints.
Boots.
So, people are in the vicinity. Maybe our man.
Footprints.
Boots.
So, people are in the vicinity. Maybe our man.
This is a very high check.
Such an idiot.
Well, that ain't gonna happen. Well, we don't need it. It's different. Oh, so close. Alright, so, when you come in here, it's the guy from the jail cell, his partner, the guy that they killed. So you can come in this way, but you have to go through that fight. And this is as if you can make this DC 18 check, which is pretty tough. At this level, you can avoid the fight. But that's a dialogue thing for the guards. You can convince the guards to leave, or if you can't convince them, you have to fight them. And then right here is sand lions, which is fucking... The young ones aren't too bad, but this one, yeah, I think a lot of people have complained sand lions are way too fucking buffed for what they challenge rating. So anyway, we'll do those two next time. So we will do sand lions. Regardless if we do this fight or not, we will have to go across the little sentinel, called the Sentinel the Gateway. There's a little map and dialogue there. No fight though. And once we get on the other side, there's some static fights. So we do this one with bandits. It's not easy actually, and that will get us to level 3. And then once we're level 3, it's just a matter of going around getting some... I'm sorry, I'm losing my voice. some certain static fights to give items, and we can just explore for random encounter things that pop up. You know, they're all fights. Alright, before I completely lose my voice, thanks for stopping in. I'm not too upset about it taking 50 minutes to go over the beginning, because I hadn't streamed for 3 months, and, you know, 30-40 minutes of that was talking about the game stuff, which was very important for the power leveling. If I was a content creator, I could, you know, condense that down to like a 20-minute guide or some shit. Anyway, have a good day, and like I said, I'll either be on Friday night or Saturday at some point.